Hello and welcome back to my channel, and in today's review I'm going to be showcasing the brand new DNA Designs DK-11 SS32 and 35 upgrade kit. Now if you are in the market for picking one of these kits up, and why wouldn't you be, then I definitely recommend that you click the link down in the description box below where you'll be taken to Shosey's store where you can buy this upgrade kit as well as other Transformers related collectibles. Back now to this review, and if you stay tuned for my channel, you'll know that I have in fact covered quite a few of the DNA Design upgrade kits, which have primarily focused on enhancing already existing figures, primarily the Studio Series. This specific upgrade kit here is supposed to vastly improve the Studio Series Jetfire, as well as make some vast improvements to how the Jetfire and Optimus Prime combo looks when it's fully combined and in its robot mode. Setting both Jetfire and Optimus off to the side here, I just want to show you how the packaging actually looks and how all the components actually come packed within this set. As you can see, we've got a fantastic image of Optimus Prime wielding all of Jetfire's parts. We've got the DK-11 and SS32 plus 35 upgrade kit. It's turning around to the side, we've got the same images, and on the back of the packaging it showcases all of the components that this upgrade kit will come with and how your jet-powered Optimus will look once it is fully completed and has all of these additional parts on it. Now as far as I'm aware, not only does this upgrade kit actually enhance the jet-powered form, but it will actually enhance the Studio Series leader Jetfire. I don't think that there's any pieces in this set that actually make improvements to the Optimus Prime figure. I think that it is primarily just for Jetfire and the jet-powered combination, but we'll see when we get into implementing the kit. So of course you want to just remove this sleeve here, and then upon opening it, as you can see, you are witnessed to a really awesome blister type of packaging, which fully showcases all of the kit's contents. It does in fact come in two separate pieces, and there does appear to be a lot of different accessories. I can already see Jetfire's hands, as well as the new and improved blaster for the jet-powered Optimus, which I definitely am very excited for, as the larger cannon that we got with the Studio Series version was one of my main gripes with this figure. Now, by the looks of it, I will in fact have to be doing some unscrewing, as this kit does seem to come with some screws. I'm not usually a big fan of actually dismantling figures, so I will be very eager and anticipate where these screws are actually going to end up on this figure. But of course we come with a very detailed set of instructions which appear to showcase quite a lot of the different upgrades that you will be in fact implementing onto Jetfire. I'm not going to go in vast amounts of detailing, as the instructions do appear to be fairly straightforward. And now, after a 2 solid whole hours after I just filmed that previous segment, here we finally have the Jetfire and Optimus Prime combo with the brand new DNA Designs upgrade kit. This is by far one of the most intricate upgrade kits, and I would only recommend that you go out and purchase this kit if you've got a few spare hours on your hands, and if you have the patience to actually get all the small individual screws into their brand new places, as I found actually rescrewing certain elements extremely tedious at times due to the extremely small screws. Now before I get into the jet-powered Optimus Prime, I first of all want to show you all of the accessories or spare parts that you are left with after you essentially cannibalize Jetfire, and here they all are. There is actually quite a few of them. Here we've got the hands. These sections here are the ratchet joints for the legs, which I imagine you will have to put back on when you get Jetfire in robot mode. These pieces are made redundant, as we do in fact get brand new pieces for the DNA Designs upgrade kit, and these pieces are replaced with a more metallic like silver section, which actually has a brand new hinge joint for you to put on this figure. Now, bringing the Jetpower Optimus Prime back into the frame, there is no denying that this looks absolutely incredible and really does look very impressive once you have it all set up. Now I will first of all say that this, when you apply the DNA Designs upgrade kit, doesn't necessarily become a toy. It becomes more of a collector's item, as some of these pieces are incredibly fragile and are prone to falling off if you knock them or accidentally drop the figure. I would highly recommend that you take care whilst handling this, as some of the elements are fairly fragile. Now, one of the elements that this majorly improves for me is the fact that we finally have a more movie accurate looking blaster than as opposed to the massive Jetfire cannon that we got with the Studio Series version. As you can see now, we have a much more slimmer, more refined looking blaster with some super nice detailing to match the Studio Series. We've got this magnificent red line that runs throughout the side of it, and I love the detailing on the barrel with the silver paint applications. And he does in fact have an extremely long rubberized hose, which feels as if though it has been made out of a very high quality grade material. As you can see, moving to these leg sections, we do have so much more sculpted surface detailing than what we did previously have. This looks so much more movie accurate. We now have these knee pad sections as well as this hip armor, and the feet are also covered by these toe sections, which definitely do give it a more movie accurate look. However, one of the criticisms I have about this upgrade kit is that I wish that they fixed a way for us to actually hinge the ankle rocker joint inwards, as it still hinges outwards. I really would have loved it if they could have made this actually hinge inwards. Perhaps if they found a way to actually invert these, that would have been fantastic. Seeing as you do actually strip away quite a lot of the original Jetfire and add new components, I definitely think that the hinges on the ankles could have been something that they could have rectified. Focusing now more on the top, these fin sections here are in fact brand new. It is merely the tips here and here which are carried over from the original Jetfire, which you do actually have to unscrew it and plug on yourself. This section here is inverted, it is flipped upside down, as essentially what you do is flip this whole backpack section down, which if I give you a quick look at that now, as you can see, we do have these extra fin pieces. And seeing as you do in fact unscrew these sections and replace them, we now have these new elements which definitely protrude from the sides a lot more than they initially did, obviously to give it a more movie accurate look. This section is in fact flipped. In the original configuration, this is actually flipped so that this section is pointing downwards, whereas now it is pointing up, which gives for a more movie accurate look, as you are allowed to fold these wings out in a way which looks more accurate to the movie. We do in fact get these brand new tip sections which do actually just plug on and plug off as you so choose. And bringing him back round now to the front, we do in fact get a much more movie accurate looking sidearm blaster than as opposed to the walking stick that we originally got with the SS Jetfire, where the walking stick just folded up. This is a lot more movie accurate and sits a lot more flush along the arm of Optimus. So overall, as a whole, I do definitely think that you are left with a much more movie accurate looking jet powered Optimus. However, personally for me, I do think that this upgrade kit has slightly taken away the fun from the original Jetfire and Optimus combo, as you now definitely have to handle this with care, and it's not so much of just applying Jetfire's pieces now to this Optimus. You do actually have to apply a lot more elements, and you really do have to break apart Jetfire into a lot more pieces than you initially did. So I do kind of think that this upgrade kit does slightly take the fun away from this figure, which was something that I was hoping it didn't do, as I did originally love the configuration between the original Jetfire and Optimus. However, I've got to say, if you are after a display piece, this does display fantastically. So personally, I do definitely think that this DNA Designs upgrade kit vastly improves the movie accuracy for the jet-powered Prime look. It definitely does make it look so much more movie accurate than if you do just have the standard SS Jetfire and Prime, and I love the brand new blaster. Honestly, there are so many brand new attributes, but that is definitely one that really sticks out to me, as I absolutely hated the one that we got for the Studio Series. Now, I will be in fact showing you how Jetfire looks in his robot mode and how some of these new elements play a role in his robot mode, but I won't be showing you the vehicle mode, just as I honestly think that the changes to the vehicle mode are not very significant, and most of them are just how you saw the weapons on Optimus in vehicle mode, which I know the majority of you won't be doing. So let's get Jetpowered Prime back and revive Jetfire to make him look like this. Now, before I show you how Jetfire looks, and yes, I am building up anticipation, I just want to show you some of the brand new structural aspects of this figure that make the jetpack sit on a lot more sturdier than on the original figure. As you can see here, DNA Designs actually engineered a bracket section to go over the top of the front grille of Prime, where it ends up in robot mode. This vastly makes the backpack solidify to the Prime figure a lot more than the original version. The original version did hold up fairly nicely, however I did find myself sometimes accidentally knocking it and it would very easily come off, and especially seeing as we now have loads more wings on the back, it definitely would have been an issue, but it does appear that they have in fact fixed that. Now, how you want to disengage that is simply literally just by removing these tabs, just like you would on the original configuration. So just untab those ever so slightly, just like so. And essentially what we're going to want to do here is wriggle this whole assembly down, being quite careful as you don't want to chip any of the silver paint on Optimus's front grille. So just bring this down just like so, and it will just come off, detach this front piece here. It does just come off that easily, so that is really, really nice to see. So just pull that off. As you can see, it is literally just a bracket that sits in between these two sections. And of course, if you wish, which you have to do for robot mode anyway, you can in fact remove it, and it comes off exceptionally easily. And the hose for the Jetpower Prime is in fact plugged into this section. So to remove it, you simply just plug it off just like so. And that is how you remove this whole top assembly from this Optimus Prime. This is really the only thing that is majorly different when turning Jetfire back into his robot mode from this configuration. The legs are near enough the same. It's just a matter of fact of popping off these panels. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what Jetfire looks like right now. And here we have Jetfire with his brand new DNA design upgrade pieces. Now honestly, I've got to tell you that I did actually think that this was quite underwhelming, and this is another reason why I do think that this upgrade kit is purely for the Jetpower Prime configuration. This Studio Series leader Jetfire personally to me was already perfect. However, they have added some subtle touches that just make it that ever so slightly more detailed. One of the major things that they have in fact improved upon is that he now has fisted hands, which are in fact articulated. So gone are the sprayed out permanently opened hands. You can now actually clasp the hand around the axe, making it look more realistic, and the same applies for the walking stick. Some of the major differences for this figure really are in the back. Turning it around, as you can see, we do in fact have some slightly more panels than we did have previously. Most noticeably are these ones and these sections here which plug in. I find these quite a shame as the paint detailing on these are incredible. It would have been nice if they could have made them perhaps reversed and had them on the outer sides, as it would have made it look rather more panelly like we saw in the movie. As it stands, I think that these are nice added touches. However, they're really not nothing to write home about and are definitely not a standout for me. Applying these pieces does make this section hold its place when you push it out, so it does give slightly more flair to the back of Jetfire, but really and truly there is nothing here that I think really makes this Jetfire different from before he had the upgrade pieces. So honestly, I'm personally just going to display the upgrade kit when I have the Jetpower Prime configuration. So that was my review on the DNA Design DK-11 upgrade kit for the Studio Series Jetfire and Studio Series Optimus Prime. Personally, I would only recommend this upgrade kit if you only want your Jetpowered Prime looking more movie accurate, and I wouldn't buy it if you're looking for an upgrade for your Jetfire as a robot or your Optimus Prime. This upgrade kit for me primarily focuses on the combination between Optimus and Jetfire, which I've got to say does definitely look a lot more movie accurate. However, getting Jetfire from his standard form to then upgrade him is quite cumbersome, as it does definitely take quite a lot of time, and you will have to be careful as quite a lot of screws have to be unscrewed, and you are potentially dealing with areas that are slightly more fragile as they're not supposed to be exposed. So I would definitely recommend this kit if you've got some time on your hands and if you've got the patience. As I stated, this took me roughly an hour to put together for the full Jetpower configuration. I'm probably doing it now, it would probably take me a lot less time, as I have in fact already screwed all the new elements on, but starting from point A to point B does take some time the first time round. However, I do think that the effect is worth it. If you are in the market for picking this upgrade kit up, then I definitely recommend that you should check out Showc's store, and for that there will be links down in the description box below. I hope that you enjoyed my review of this DNA Design upgrade kit. I personally really enjoyed making this review and showcasing you how awesome the new Jetpower Prime looks with the DNA Designs upgrade kit, and I hope that you'll agree too. Thanks for watching.